and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, and the home of the
Welcome to another Sunday night of speed, and tonight it's the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series live from Nashville Super Speedway. As always, I am Repeat, and these truckers are officially halfway through their season. Now, these guys do it by old school racing. They do it through season-long points, so it's just about another 6 weeks or so before these guys will crown a champion for this season. Qualifying now underway, And again, welcome aboard. Let's get into some action, see exactly who's going to be able to tackle this 1.3 mile speedway in Nashville, just outside of Music City. So far, it looks like it's going to be Byron Jones in this double deuce that's on top of the boards. He was pretty fast in practice, and looks like he's going to go ahead and shut it down just as Justin Anasigok, he goes ahead and takes his time up there. Let's catch up with some other people as they're actually in mid-stride. Looks like the 98 of Austin Collins just kind of cruising along. Maybe he didn't get quite the entrance onto track that he would have liked. Maybe he'll go ahead and restart it, not 100% sure. So let's switch this up, shall we, to, how about Chris Stange in this 72. This is his get up to speed lap. And so far, it looks like lap number 1, he's going to be P11. And just as I say that, Mike Pop Bear Campbell moves him aside and puts him back to P12. Let's see if lap 2 on the, some not so cool tires will be better. Jeff Jones, the name you know, normally the driver of the 95, out there in chat saying, "Hey Pete, Jeff, sorry to hear if you didn't get the message. Sorry to hear that you're about your PC woes. Hopefully you can get them fixed up as the 72 of Chris Stange moves on up to P number 8. Chris Collins still sitting down there on the track, and is the one and only that has not yet laid down an official lap time, as the 37 of Jeff Ledham comes across in P22. Oh, little too much throttle coming up off the corner, but looks like he's going to try to stay in it in this 37 Wonder Machine. Going down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Let's see what kind of speed he can carry up and off the corner. Keep it off the wall all the way down on the apron and see what you can do. Survey says he's going to stick right at P number 22. Looks like William Gay in this number 8 machine. He's just kind of cruising around the bottom. Getting to guess that his lap is complete as well. Looks like everybody else has gone ahead and done whatever they could. I'm going to guess 37's he's going to take a couple extra laps to figure out what his points need to be. And tell you what, while he's doing that, let's actually go ahead and show you what the practice times were. Maybe this will give us a little bit of insight as to why he's taking a couple extra laps right now. So there you go. Austin Collins was P1 in practice. Justin Anasigok P2. Pacey Wygant was P3. Jeff Ledham, it looks like he's back down there in P17. So he was about mid-pack, give or take, on speed. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to have between 25 and 30 guys that'll compete tonight here in Music City. And it's going to be one hell of a race. All right, so that's why Jeff is putting in some extra time, getting a little extra seat time under his belt. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to load these guys up. Let's bring up your tower again, and let's go ahead and let's clear your tower. Let's go ahead and bring up your grid to show you how these guys will go ahead and roll off of pit road. That's not what I said. I wanted qualifying. Come on, give me my qualifying, and I will go away. Hide. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, so Justin Anasigok P number 1 in his number 13, with Tyler Dohar in his 78 is going to sit P number 2. John Ross in that 99 is going to sit P3 with Pacey Wygant to his outside to round out row number 2. Row 3 is going to be Byron Jones in that double deuce with Josh Taylor, old more smoke, in the 57 starting P6. P number 7 is going to be the 94 of James Mensch with William Gay to his outside for P8. P number 9 is going to be Chris Stange in the 72 with Mark Morton in his number 12, P10. Row 6 going to be Andrew Chapman in that 35 with Al Likens to his outside. P13 is going to be Dale Rapp in his 52. Old grain in the way is what his truck says on the back. Let's see if we can move on up through the field as the night rolls on. P14, Rodney Ayers in that number 21. Mike Campbell Jr., old Papa Bear himself, is going to be starting the 71 P15. P16 for row 8 is going to be Evan Knopp in his 36. And P17, it's going to be Brandon Burt in the 73 with Mike Campbell III and his 11 to round out row number 9. Row 10, Edward Thomas in his 29. To his outside is going to be Mike LeBlanc in his 38. The 21st starting position is going to be Josh Roberts in his 3 with Jeff Lednam in the 37 starting 22nd. 23rd is going to be Justin Burden in the 62 with Mike Allen to his outside. And last but not least, we're going to have Robert Amaral in his 70, starting 25th, 26th. Going to be Elric George in the 40 and Austin Collins in the rear with the gear. But you can bet that he's going to make his way up through the field as quickly as possible. These guys are already out on track, I believe. Let's go ahead and catch up with them. Here we are. Let's go ahead and pull up your track map. Go ahead and pull up everything that you're going to need as the night rolls on. And big thank you to the Swag Design, brand new sponsor for the Turndown for What iRacing Truck Series, and soon to come, either next gen or, Gen 6 or Xfinity Series. Green flag's coming out. Let's see what Barney knows. Let's go.
Green flag.
Barreling off into turn number 1, still Justin Anaskog in the 13. Tyler Doar to his outside. Let's see how lap 1 winds up. All right, so lap 1 is gonna go to Justin Anaskog, and very quickly, I want to say huge thank you. Back a few weeks ago, we did a race for the one and only Sophia the Fierce, a 9-year-old girl from upstate New York, a big Buffalo fan. And after that race we did, I went ahead and I ordered a couple of sweatshirts, a t-shirt, and a sticker. And I got everything that I ordered, and I wanted to show you something here right quick. Here's Sophia's information. I'm going to go ahead and pull up her ticker so you can kind of keep track of everybody that's going on. But I want to show you something here with my camera right quick. And there you see, I sent out a tweet a little ways back that Sophia the Fierce now rides with me, looking over my shoulder every time I'm racing, and she's with me for any kind of league broadcast that I do, whether it's here for Turned Out for What, or the Bump and Run iRacing Cup Series, the Shake and Bake Series that's going to start back up again in just about a week or so, as well as iRock and everywhere else I am. So Sophia the Fierce hanging up over my head, keeping an eye on everything that's going on. So big thank you to everybody out there that has something to do with Sophia the Fierce. Sophia, you stay fierce, little girl. Turned Down for What still has your back. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and get that going, and we'll go ahead and switch up the ticker for your scoring pylon, and we'll bring up everything else as well. White Walker old Swats out there saying hashtag Sophia the Fierce. Looking good, Pete. Chad or Swats, good to see you. Good to talk to you earlier as well. We'll continue that conversation a little bit later on. But yeah, again, inside the track map, brand new sponsor to Turned Down for What is Swag Designs. You need any kind of stickers, any kind of decals, any kind of anything with that you need done, posters, whatever. Look up Swag Designs on Twitter. Jim Blankenship is the owner, is the previous owner of the iRock TV channel when it was the Sim Racing channel, and I've got all kinds of things that he has done for me, and I can't say thank you enough to him. Also sold a bunch of die cast to him to add to his collection. But yeah, let's go. All right, so Justin Anaskog continues to lead. Tyler Doar P2. Byron Jones able to move up 2 spots to take over P number 3. John Ross down 1, and Josh Taylor is now up 1. So that is your new top 5 as you continue to keep up with the drivers in the scoring pylon on your left-hand side. So far, all caution free. We got 115 laps on tap tonight. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what our race is going to look like tonight. Looks like it's about 65-degree air temp and a good 81-degree track temp. I was able to talk to Papa Bear earlier, and he said that when he put this race together, he actually mirrored what the weather was like. He wanted to kind of mirror what the weather was like in Nashville for tonight's race. So the conditions that the drivers are racing through are exactly what they are in Nashville, Tennessee. How cool is that? All right, let's go ahead and bring up your tower again, as well as your track map and everything else one more time. All right, so Doar, Brian Jones, John Ross, Josh Taylor getting your top 5. White Walker says, every time I watch, top 2 looks the same. Hey, man, cream rises to the top, and it kind of is what it is. Even bowling agrees. Ain't that the truth, Kurt? Well, there you go. But these guys have been, they've had some fairly uneventful races here in the recent past, kind of keeping bowling, kind of watching and enjoying the race right along with me. We're just the ones lucky enough to be able to call the race or to be the bigger eyes in the sky, and that's what this bowling does. Again, great. Matt Boone does a great job every single week. So a big thank you to him as well. Let's go on through the field and see if we can't find some more interesting things to keep up with instead of just, as these guys say, the top 2 week in and week out. Let's roll on through. Looks like we have a little bit of a battle here, side by side, which is definitely something that this track is very well known for. With the momentum that's carried on the outside, if you can keep a guy pinched down on this track, or if he can keep up with you and the momentum that you get, you can go lap after lap for several laps around this place. And if these guys keep up with what they're doing, they will absolutely be stuck running for a while that way. But it looks like Dale Rapp able to take the spot. 36 of Evan Canuck going to go ahead and fall back to just 1 spot. So a little bit further back, it looks like the 37 of Jeff Ledham, old Mike Hacho, he's now up 9 spots to P13 after making some contact with the outside wall in qualifying. Looks like he's going to try to continue his march all the way through. Engines are drowning me out, and you need my voice a little bit higher? Well, how's that? Please let me know if that is just a little bit better. How about I pull the boom just a little bit closer to my mouth? All right, sound good? Let's go. All right. Little better. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. How about this hornet's nest back here? Wow, okay, 29 of Ed Thomas with Rodney Ayers. You've also got Justin Burton, Mike Allen, and Elric George in this mess back here, all really trying to fight for about about P19. That's where the 11 is up on the high side. That sounds awesome. Well, there was an update, so maybe they updated the sounds. I'll tell you what, I'll go in and I'll lower the truck sounds just a little bit so it doesn't sound like I've got to, or feel like I've got to scream. All right, that should be a little bit better, hopefully. But hopefully now the truck sounds aren't too low. better. All right. So how about this fight back here? 29. That's a nice looking good wrench scheme. Kind of throwing it back to Kevin Harvick, that has announced that this will be his last full-time year. You got to love how they all turn, how they all add those full-time words into their announcements. That way they're not completely committed to anything. It'd be interesting if he does try a part-time role either with Stu or Haas, or maybe tries to go back to RCR for a season to completely retire out of where he started. That's right, forever. It needs to be a hashtag though. Hashtag forever. Austin Collins back here in this number 98, so far up 3 spots after starting in the back. Austin was the one just kind of sitting on the track, waiting for qualifying to finish before he came out. Maybe just not a big fan of this track, or maybe he wanted to try to wait till the traffic got thinned out and then work his way on through. Either way, again, up 3 spots, 20 laps in of 115. Again, all caution free. And in case you just joined, whether you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or the iRock TV channel on Roku, if you've used your favorite Roku TV or your favorite Roku streaming device, go on over to the search option and look up iRock TV. It's the logo that's in the bottom left-hand corner underneath the scoring pylon. Not only is the service free to where you can watch any kind of club, league, community, POV, podcast, whatever you fancy as far as sim racing goes with a dose of reality, that's where you can go to watch it. And oh, by the way, all in amazing 4K. So again, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and iRock TV, welcome aboard. Bowling, by the way, if I didn't say thank you last week, thank you very much for resubbing. 11 months, man. Definitely appreciate you. And I'm sure that that will kind of help you out in your skybox duties. Definitely appreciate you, sir. All right, not missing anything up front, but we do have a brand new driver in P2. Looks like Byron Jones is able to work his way on up. What do you say we jump on board with Justin Anisgok in this number 13 and see how he's tackling this 1.3 mile? They call it a super speedway, but man, it's a fast track. Has 2-3 grooves, but I don't know if I would actually call it a super speedway. It definitely doesn't, resemble a Talladega or a Daytona or anything like that. But let's see how the 13 is navigating his way around to not only keep P1, but he's also kind of pulled away just a little bit to just about a second over Byron Jones in that double deuce behind him. Let's take that lap. Let's go. All right, let's all get back in here. Watching these guys, looks like the top 10 pretty fanned out. I mean, first through fourth, they look like they've got about an equal gap between them, and then a big gap back to Andrew Chapman in P number 5 in this red Toyota, and trying to work his way up. But again, he's got a good 2+ seconds behind Pacey Wygant again, and then in his double O, with of course the Sophia the Fierce logos all down his side. In fact, you know what? Let's take a moment and go through the field as we normally do, and reintroduce you to everybody here that once again pulls for both Sophia the Fierce and of course keeping an eye on the one and only Justin Strong, little boy out of Georgia that was unfortunately bitten several times by 3 different dogs, and is still on the mend. And coming on March 3rd, we're going to have another charity race that will have a huge turnout here in the Turn Down for What iRacing series. And yeah, please make sure to stay tuned to Twitter and to Facebook and everywhere else, maybe even TikTok. I know Pop Bear's been kind of putting some of the promo information out there on TikTok as well. So keep your ears and eyes tuned and peeled in. You're gonna want to stay up to date with everything that will be going on. So again, let's get on up with Justin Anaskok. Let's go ahead and change some things around, and let's go through the field, shall we? We'll pull up each and every one of our drivers. So again, Justin Anaskok from Kenai, Alaska. I wonder if he was anywhere close to any of those devices that were shot out of the sky recently. As you see that Jones P&D truck getting very, very close. So we got a battle for P number 1. Byron down here in this double deuce from Goodyear, Arizona. Now up 3 spots in his Silverado. Still sitting second, not quite able to take the top spot yet. Again, Jones P&D, he is an official sponsor of the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series that kicks off on February the 27th. Tyler Doar in this Elite Performance Industries number 78 Filter Time Silverado from Walbridge, Ohio. Dohar down 1 spot after starting P2, right now sitting in P3. John Ross in this number 99, I'm liking this scheme. Wildman Beard Company, kind of liking this, out of Bell Buckle, Tennessee. John Ross down 1 after starting P3. Pacey Wygant to round out the top 5 is getting a little bit of help from Byron as the race went on, as the practice went on, and it looks like so far he was able to help him out a little bit from Scioto, New York. Andrew Chapman right behind him. Here is that red number 35 TRD Racing Development Toyota Tundra TRD. Looking pretty good so far, up 5 spots and doing all right. Pit road is now active, and we'll come back. We'll start back off with everybody else a little bit later on. And just as I say that, thank you very much, Bowling. We got a battle for the lead, 13th up on the high side. Let's see if we can go ahead and keep him pinned down and give old Byron one hell of a fight for the lead. But looks like 22 is going to be able to go ahead and throw it into turns 3 and 4. He's not quite ready to pit yet. He's going to lead this lap. That's going to bring Dohar now up to P3, John Ross P4, and Pacey Wygant up to P5. Byron Jones is up 4 spots. Everybody else, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, down 1. Then we get to James Mensch sitting in P6 as Byron and the 99 both peel off and come to the attention of their crew. So that's going to give the lead back to the 13 of Justin Anaskok. Dohar right there in that filter time machine, breathing pretty happy with the amount of spots that he's been able to recover. He's right back where he started in P2. All right, Justin's going to come on down. That's going to inherit the lead, or give the lead over to the 78 of Dohar, Pacey Wygen right now running P2. Let's take a look from his front bumper and see what kind of gap we're talking about there, or from his hood cam, I should say. Looks like he's got about half the backstretch before he's going to get any kind of a draft from the 78. That's if Dohart decides to stay out just a little bit more. Connor Cunningham out there in chat saying, wish I was there. Dang work schedule. Man, I get it, Connor. Yep, life and family first. Turned out for what's not going to pay your bills for you, buddy. I absolutely get it. But, man, thank you so much for checking in. It is absolutely appreciated. Number 3 truck of Josh Roberts has had mechanical failure and taken his truck to the garage. So very unfortunate for Josh. Looks like Dale Rapp, William Gay, Evan Knopp, and Mike LeBlanc are all coming down pit road right along with the 78 and the 00. And it looks like Josh Taylor is going to bring his in as well in his 57. And then the number 12 from Mark Morton as well. So Elric George now, he's going to try to whoa and slow up his number 44 Ford F-150. There we go. And make up, try to make up some time on some new Eagle Feel Goods and fuel. That's going to hand the lead over to Ed Thomas. So he's going to go ahead and lead a lap again in this Kevin Harvick number 29 throwback. I believe there's a throwback to Kevin Harvick's very first win at Atlanta Motor Speedway, if I'm not mistaken. All right, once Edward Thomas is passed, it's going to be by this guy right here, the double deuce of Byron Jones. So Byron's going to be able to grab a lead, and it's going to be by a good 1.9 seconds back to Andrew Chapman. Let's go ahead and switch things up just a little bit so you're able to keep up a little bit better, a little bit easier with the guys that have gone in, what kind of time we got, and the difference that they've made on pit road. So Byron Jones carrying max speed all the way to his pit, hitting his pit just right, not having to back up into it or not having to crawl into his pit after stopping too early. So it looks like he's got a good, very healthy lead over Chapman, Anisgok, Ross, and James Mensch. James Mensch back 7 seconds. All right, since we pretty much have a brand new running order, let's go ahead and try to go through the field one more time, and we'll start back off with our leader. Again, Justin Anisgok a little bit further back. It's going to be all about Byron Jones in this double deuce. Again, Goodyear, Arizona. Justin Anisgok back here with Andrew Chapman in his number 35. This is where we left off earlier. John Ross in this number 99 beard oil machine. James Mensch in this number 94. So far, he's up 2 spots. Tyler Dohart just underneath him, trying to make up some spots that he lost from Walbridge, Ohio. And then Evan Knopp back here in this number 36 says, "Shop Goodwill." Well, right now, Evan Knopp is up 9 spots in his Toyota TRD machine. Pacey Wygen is falling back just a little bit right now, sitting P8. P9 is going to be Chris Stange in this Fueled Up Motorsports number 72. Chris Stange started P9, and that's right where he sits, out of Athol, Massachusetts. Josh Taylor, right now sitting P10, down 4. Again, the one and only More Smoke from back in the day. Austin Collins in this number 98 from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. We saw what happened with him. He did not run a full qualifying run, started in the back. So with him running P11, he's up 16 spots, making his way through traffic, and we haven't even got to halfway yet. Long race to go. Have to see where he ends up when it's all said and done. Jeff Lednam, in this number 37 Toyota, up 10, sitting P12. He didn't have the best qualifying lap either out of Easton, Maryland, but he continues to march his way through. Justin Burton in his 62 Silverado, also up 10, sitting P13. Kind of liking this cheddar 3 chai. I learned today. I thought it was just 3 CHI. I thought maybe it was a stock symbol or whatever. But they actually do call it something, not just 3 CHI. They call it 3 chai. Nice looking 62 machine for Justin Burton. Mark Morton out here in his number 12 Jegs Silverado. Down 4 spots right now, sitting P14 from Cartersville, Georgia. Was able to guide him to a pretty good race last night at Daytona. And man, now he's an officials running full when it comes to trying to work on his I rating and all that. Whether it's Daytona, which is pretty much an I rating and safety rating pit, or to Martinsville, it doesn't matter. The man is all about motorsports and loves to make things happen. Mike LeBlanc back here in the 38 Toyota, up 5 spots, sitting P15, and his Kellogg Pops machine. Al Likens down 4 spots in his 45 Silverado, in P16. And Northern Tool and Equipment actually got a couple fans from there. Mike Pop Bear Campbell, the one and only, still rocking the Justin Tuff on the hood, and Sophia the Fierce down the side. You might have seen a poster pop up on my screen when I first started, and it's got both of their images on the hood. In fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll show you that right quick. There you go. Justin Tuff on the bottom left, Sophia the Fierce on the bottom right, and this truck right smack dab in the middle. There you go. But again, Pop Bear out of Randleman, North Carolina, down 2. A long way to go. William Gay back here in the 44 Chevrolet from Hobgood, North Carolina. Not quite sure where that is, but he's down 10 spots after green flag pit stops. Not sure if he had an issue or not, but I'm sure he'd like a little bit better track position. Albert George back here in this number 40 Penske machine. We used to call him the Clearwater Assassin because he's down near Nassau, Bahama. I'd love to have the sights that this guy has every morning when he wakes up and looks out his window. Boy, it's got to be something amazing. Edward Thomas in this number 29. He's able to lead a lap through the round of green flag pit stops. But right now, all the way back in 20th, trying to do what he can to gain some ground, but so far down 1 spot. Mike Allen, and this will be the information that we're going to be giving out here very, very soon about the charity stream that's going to be done on March the 3rd. It's going to be all about this little girl. Unfortunately, this little girl did lose her battle to cancer, but her whole family is carrying on a dream that she wanted, or a huge project, a huge lifelong legacy. We'll use that will carry on for her. And just to kind of give you an idea how big it is, Doug Flutie from the NFL is very, very involved in the projects that this little girl's family has taken on in her passing. So Mike Allen from Tomhannock, New York, with some big plans in the very near future. Brandon Bird here in his number 73 Silverado, down 5 spots, sitting 22nd. Gotta like this Budweiser Napa Auto Parts machine, but I'm sure he'd like just a little bit more track position, maybe a little bit more speed. But hey, this track is pretty tricky. Ronnie Ayers back here in the 21 Toyota from Columbus, Ohio. Nice looking Husky, as he's also rocking the Sophia the Fierce and the Justin Tuff colors on his Toyota. So again, turned out for what has absolutely been all about Justin and Sophia over the last several weeks, and very soon we're going to be adding one more to that is extremely worth every time and effort that is being put into it so far. Mike Campbell III back here in this number 11 Monster Racing machine, kind of liking the symbol on the hood, from Monroe, Michigan. He's down 6 spots, but you can maybe try to look for him a little bit later on through some differing strategy. Robert Amaral is going to be right behind him. He started 25th, still rocking P25 in his Gravedigger machine. Dale Rapp, it looks like he is out right along with Josh Roberts. So that is all the way through our 27 truck field. Let's jump on back up. It looks like we've got a change for the lead. Justin Anscock has been able to get on by the double deuce of Byron Jones. Let's see if we can find out exactly how that happened. All right, so here we go. Looks like he's just able to throw it in underneath. He's going to go ahead and carry the speed on the bottom, and that will be all she wrote. So there you go. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, working lap 56 of 115. So we're just about halfway. And so far, all clean, all green, no real issues. And Justin Ascot is back at a point where he's very, very comfortable. He's used to having the clean air on the hood of his number 13 Thor Sport Toyota TRD truck and carrying on. All right, so let's have a little bit of a crank it up session, if you will. If you got a nice little sound bar, a monitor, TV, whatever, crank it up. We're going to just start off with Justin, and let's see how many drivers we can get through, and we'll make some serious noise. Let's go. right, so a couple laps around this place, again, with a lot of these different drivers all the way back through 24th and picking up with Mike Campbell the third, driving his number 11. So good job by the driver back there in P24. Again, Robert Amaral, Dale Rapp, and Josh Roberts, I believe, having, just Dale Rapp and Josh Roberts. Josh Roberts, again, having some technical issues in his number 3 and out of the race, right along with Old Grain in the way, the one and only Dale Rapp. I'm not saying that. That's what he actually says on the back of his truck. All right, so back up front, Justin Anscock, John Ross, Tyler Doar, Byron Jones, and Evan Knopp have continued to battle it out, but now it looks like it's a good 1.4 seconds between Justin and John Ross. And there, let's see exactly what that gap looks like from the nose of this number 99. And looking back to Tyler Doar. Tyler's back there. Looks like he's got the 88 right now to his outside. Let's take a look at, nope, other one. There we go. Nope, let's try that one more time. There it is. Yeah, it was the 88 of Mike Allen. Byron Jones now back there in P4, and Evan Knopp in his number 36 machine is going to round out your top 5. Working lap 70 of 115, so 45 more laps to go here in this race. Talking about this race, let's actually show you what the Turned Out for What iRacing Truck Series still has in season or in store for the remaining part of the season. Here you go. So right now, Nashville Super Speedway. Next week's going to be Canadian Tire, and our first caution of the night is out. And I'm pretty sure I heard something smack a wall somewhere. And I'm looking. It looks like it might have something to do with Byron Jones. So Byron losing a bunch of spots, and it looks like he's got some damage on the left side, and the motor is, motor's kind of pumping some smoke out the backside. Let's see if we can find out what happened with Byron. All right, let's play it out from here. Off the throttle, back in the throttle, coming off of turn 4, down off board, coming to the start stripe, going into turn number 1. You definitely heard him kill the motor to save a little fuel. Looks like in 1. Oh, 73, it's giving him a little bit of a love tap on the inside. I guess 4 tires truly are better than 2. And let's kind of rewind that a little bit. Go ahead and stop that. Let's switch on over to our right rear. No, left rear, rather. And let's play this out. Bowling out there saying nasty word of netcode. Yep, never actually touched the double deuce. And it looked like it propelled the 73 off him. So very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Now, no fast repairs in the Turn Down for What truck series, so Byron's gonna have to come on down pit road and spend a little bit of time to fix this machine up. I'm just hoping that motor doesn't blow between now and the time he's actually able to get into his pit stall. So I imagine he's all the way up in 4th gear, keeping the revs, at minimum, and then he will it'll probably be a good 2 minutes on pit road at least. So Byron's chances of having a top 5 finish pretty much dashed for the evening. 73 and the double deuce both coming on down pit road, right along with the 88 of Mike Allen, and it looks like Brandon Burt I just mentioned the 73 also on pit road, and it looks like those are the only ones so far. Justin Anscock decided to go ahead and stay out. Let's see if we can't pull old Justin in and see what driver 13 has to say. Know right where to find him. Rowdy, it's Repeat up in the booth, but you got a copy in that Thor Sport 13.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. I'm glad you do. I know you've been having one hell of a night right along with the rest of your Field Time Esports teammates. I see Tyler Doar right behind you. Man, this track was a bit hard for you to get to handle in the beginning of the race, but it seems like you've pretty much got your groove down. What are you feeling about this 1.3 mile speedway?
I would have felt better if the caution didn't come out, because I think we're only a lap short, and I still think we're a lap short, like a couple short to the end of this, so probably have to save some fuel here. I'm doing it right now, but I learned a few things in practice, so, and it's helping in the race, and it really does help having clean air too.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, Bowling is out there in chat. He did verify that the issue that we're having now between the 73 and the double deuce of Byron Jones was in fact netcode. The 73 threw it in, and yeah, netcode kind of took over. I mean, all of a sudden it just showed damage all down Byron's left side and sent him up to the wall. But I'll go ahead and I'll get you back down with your Filter Time teammates. Good luck. Go get him. Keep the shiny side up, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. All right, so that is Justin Ansagok in this 13. He said he's saving fuel, working lap 75 of 115, getting closer and closer. Commander Griff out there says, can't catch a break, man. Yotes, Byron, very, very sorry for your luck, sir. Man, had a lot of high hopes. I know you did. Thank you very much for the sub yet again. But, man, yeah, unfortunate that Uncle Netcode decided to catch a flight to Nashville and reared his ugly head. All right, pace truck is off. We're going to get going back one more time. Stephanie Gutierrez says, what the heck? I agree with you. What the heck indeed. Green flag's out. Let's go. Now, the last time that Justin Anscock was on pit road was 72. So he did just go on down, grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, topped it off with that Sunoco E15, and he said that they are still short. Caution's going to be out one more time. So breed cautions. Looks like Rodney Ayers is going to have something to do with this, along with possibly Mike Allen. But let's go ahead and switch this up one more time and find out from Rodney what's going on. All right, so here he is on the restart in his 21. Let's go ahead and play it from here. Coming across the start stripe, you see one truck right in front of him kind of blinking a little bit. Is this going to be an issue about cold tires? Maybe a little too much throttle at first, or what's it going to be? Let's find out. Oh! Looks like Netcode is working off the left side of the 73. Whoa! No! Let's go ahead and rewind that. All right, we're going to stop that. We're going to jump on over to the 88 of Mike Allen. And let's play it from here. Nope, it's not even Mike Allen. Who is let me go ahead and pan this camera around. It's going to be the 72. So 72 had a little bit of a problem in the back. Let's see if we can go back to him right quick. That's going to be Chris Stange. And let's go ahead and play it from his nose. Let's rewind that. Let's go here. All right. So yes, 72 gave the 11 a little bit of a bump, and from there it was on. So very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. That was just a chain reaction between a few different trucks. All right, so Tyler Dorr right now running P number 2, and I know right where to find him as well. Let's see if we can have a word with this filter time driver. Dorr, you're sitting P2 in this filter time number 78 Silverado, but you're doing all right so far. You're holding serve right where you qualified. You've been a little bit further back. I don't think you've led a lap outside of green flag pit stops as of yet, but how you feeling about your truck, sir?
Well, Pete, we're feeling pretty good right now. Our Elite Performance Industries Filter Time Chevrolet is actually doing really good in the long run. Just kind of sad that long pit sequence didn't get to go to the second part of it, because I felt like we were really in the catbird seat compared to some other guys. But I mean, at this point now, we just got to lay caution to win and really go for it. I think we got a better car than Justin in the long run. We just need to find a little bit of short run pace. But our tire wear looked a lot better than his, so we're just going to keep trying to find a little bit of speed on the shorter runs so we can be a little closer to him when the tires start falling.
Well, I know that you guys are somewhat teammates, all hanging out in the Filter Time Esports channel. So I don't mind telling you, when I just spoke with him before this caution came out, he said he was saving fuel. They were about a lap or maybe 2 short. So now with this caution, if you shut it down for a little bit, which we all know you're great at saving fuel and tires, you should be good to go from here on out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be good here. It was going to be interesting without that most recent yellow. I think it was really going to come down to fuel saving, and Justin wasn't really keen on trying to do that. But now that we got these caution laps in, it should be fine. It really shouldn't matter. But that's why we had to have about half the field come in and top off there. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think we need to save much fuel here on this run.
All right, Tyler, I'll get you back down to your Filter Time Esports teammates, and good luck, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, so Filter Time again is going to be restarting on the outside. Old Tyler Dorr, so that truck's going to be breathing just a little bit happier, not having to suck in all the dirty air that he's had in the recent or not so recent past. Now that he's up to P number 2. Bowling says racing deal 11 checked up, 72 wasn't ready, and was kind of pushing him along. So there you go. All right, let's go ahead and clear all that out. Let's get ready to fire this off. Lights atop the pace truck are out, and as you can see, they're coming through turns 3 and 4 right now. So that truck's going to make that hard left turns toward. Oh my God, I cannot talk tonight. Hard left turn towards Albuquerque. There we go. Let's go.
Green.
Green flag's back out. 81. Justin's going to come across and lead that lap. So again, no stranger to see the 13 up front. Tyler Dorr still P2. Evan Knopf up 13 spots. But believe it or not, he is not the biggest mover on the evening so far. Pacey Wygant holding serve in P4. Mark Morton up 5 spots to take P5. That's going to round out your top 5. But believe it or not, the guy that is up the most amount of spots is going to be Elric George, driver in the number 40, just a little bit further back in that Penske machine. And of course, we got to give an honorable mention right along with Jeff Lednam, who is also up 14 spots, and Mike LeBlanc right in front of him, that's up 13. Looks like Mark Morton was able to put a move on Pacey Wygant for P4. It looks like Pacey's going to try to fight back hard on the outside. And this is something that is absolutely capable or possible to do here at Nashville. And that is to run side by side. This track actually fosters that kind of racing. Now as Pacey and Josh Taylor hold more smoke running side by side with the 38 of Mike LeBlanc right behind them. 57 having to check up a little bit while the 00 able to stay somewhat in the gas or get back into the gas just a little bit earlier. Side by side across the line, and it looks like a 00 would have the advantage on that lap. So we were just about to get to the turned out for what schedule and what they've got coming up. Let's revisit that. So next week they're going to be at Canadian Tire. Now unfortunately I will actually not be available to broadcast that race. I will actually be up visiting family up in the Northeast. So they're going to go ahead and put on a great show. I'm sure you'll be able to catch on to somebody that's out here streaming, whether it's Pacey or maybe Josh Taylor, maybe Tyler Dohar or Mark Morton or somebody. I'm sure, or maybe even Byron Jones. I'm sure somebody will be out here to kind of give you an idea as to what's going on. And then after Canadian Tire, they'll be visiting Japan, Twin Ring, for 95 laps on March the 5th. That's going to be right after the special race that'll be run on March 3rd. And again, Mike Allen's paint scheme for this evening is all about that special race. After Twin Ring, they're going to visit Knoxville, WWT Pocono, and then we're going to crown a champion at Rockingham. So not only is Rockingham currently being repaved in real life, but the Turned Out for What iRacing Truck Series is going to go there for their championship race on April the 2nd for 125 laps. And then the trucks are going to get a little bit of a break, and Squatch is going to be right back in the booth to cover the next series that'll start up. And I believe that's going to be in either the Gen 6 cars or possibly the Xfinity cars. That the jury's still out on that, but that's what's going to be happening very, very soon in Turned Out for What. Evan Knopp here in this number 36 Toyota TRD machine, putting all kinds of pressure on the Silverado of Tyler Dohar. This is a battle for P number 2. Mark Morton kind of right behind. If we look ahead from his Silverado, you can see the fight that's going on. I mean, he's not exactly up the tailpipe of the 36, but he is able to keep an eye on everything just in case those two do get close together, start to tango. We might have just a little bit more of a second to react. But let's go ahead and look ahead from this Jake's number 12. This is from Evan Knopp's nose cam. Tyler Dohar, his rear view. And from Justin Ascock looking back at the entire field as he barrels off into turn number 1. 23 laps to go here from Nashville Superspeedway. From high above, let's see if we can go back through the field just a little bit and try to catch up on any great side-by-side action, or maybe somebody that's right at the tailpipe of another. So far, this is back to Mike LeBlanc, sitting P7, up 13 spots in his 38. A little bit further back there, you see, I believe it's going to be the 00, now the 72 with the 88 to his outside. 88 again, that's going to be Mike Allen. There he is. Looks like he's able to get past. I'm going to guess Mike Allen has quite a bit of damage. Right now, he is showing way back in P23 and is 4 laps down. So yeah, looks like he had some pretty serious damage in that one wreck. And again, turned out for what has no fast repairs. So everybody's got to fix whatever damage they got right on pit road. Or if the motor's blown, we'll catch you next week when we get to the rights and lefts of our very first road course. Byron Jones also looks like he's back out on track right now, sitting P24, multiple laps down. But you know what? Laps down or not, you're still making up points. He's still making up points on Rodney Ayers, Dale Rapp, and Josh Roberts. So let's see if it shows how many laps down he actually is here. Looks like he is 17 laps down. So very unfortunate. But let's catch back up with our leaders. Anaskok, Dohar, Knopp, Morton, and Wygant, as it looks like we got a little bit of a battle here for P number 4. When I mentioned a little bit ago that just working with Mark last night at an official race at Daytona. And he asked me to remind him where it turned out for what was going to be today. And when I told him, he said, "Oh, yeah, man, I will be ready." So, yeah, Mark Morton absolutely shows that he really likes his place so far with a solid top five spot. Him and Pacey keep going back and forth for P number 4. They've got Josh Taylor just a little bit behind him. Only 7/10. So they definitely can't rest on the spot that they've got right now. And if we look ahead from Josh Taylor, you can see that he's gonna try to close that gap up as much as he can. Right along with Michael LeBlanc, that's right behind him by about 3/10 in his Toyota. This is the view from Michael LeBlanc up to Josh Taylor in P number 6. Again, Josh started P6, continues to run there, and Michael LeBlanc is trying to throw it in there, trying to get enough momentum up and off the corner. So far, though, everybody pretty much inside the top 10, all single file going up to our leader. A little bit of a battle here between the 37 of Jeff Lednam, now up 14 spots, sitting P number 8 in his Toyota. Again, he's got the 38 Toyota to his outside. And when the tires are worn and you're having to battle it out, the side-by-side battles is not something that you want to do, but it's something that you've got to do because you can't give positions which equate to points just away, willy-nilly. You got to try to keep in it and make as much bank as you can. Championships can be made or lost by 1 point, even less, depending, if there was any kind of a playoff system in this league, then you would fall to wins in each round and so forth and so on. But these guys, they're old school. They take it all the way back to just points. Speaking of points, after race number 7, Justin Anaskok still leading. He's got 272 points. Tyler Dohar with 241. Josh Taylor sitting third with 211. Josh Ross with 207. And Pacey Wygant with 198. Jeff Lednam looks like he's got 198 right there with Pacey. Connor Cunningham, who unfortunately missed the race, he's sitting P7. Evan Knopp, he's having a good race tonight. He came in here sitting P8 in points. Al Likens and then Christopher Stange were your top 10. So some movers and shakers in the points. It's going to be interesting once it's all updated. Bowling says 78 onto the bumper of the 13 now. Yep, there we are. 12 laps to go. Can Dohar, who is a master of conserving fuel and conserving his tires, can he get on up there and put the 13 behind him to get that filter time machine to breathe even happier? And then he would have all the clean air on the truck, except for when it came to, to lapping cars. But right now it's showing that 22nd or 20, what is that? Yeah, 22nd is just now going into 3, so they wouldn't be catching up on any lappers anytime soon. Caution's out. Al Likens, who I just mentioned in the points, looks like it's going to have something to do with him, and this is going to change everything. Do they come down for tires? What do they do? Do they take maybe just rights, maybe just lefts? What's it going to be if they come down at all? Well, let's see if we can find out what happened with Mr. Likens right now. All right, so there he is on the bottom side underneath the 72. I have a feeling we're probably going to be able to play this in slow-mo. Let's see, 72 up high. No, we'll play it. We've got to rewind it. We'll do that. 72 up high, 45 right behind the 38. Across the start strip, going into turn number 1. 72, nope, 72 didn't pinch him down. 45 back on the throttle. Is it just going to be a case of getting loose? Nope. Down the back stretch. Oh, another issue with netcode. Wow, and that absolutely popped the motor on the 45 right on the spot. Very, very unfortunate. Let's go ahead and rewind that. And I believe that's going to be the 92, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look back from him. Nope, nah, hold on. Don't go away on me. Don't go away on me. Come on. All right, let's go ahead and rewind it from here. All right, let's stop it and play it out. All right, so it's going to be the 99. Let's stop this. Let's jump up to the 99 right now. It's going to be John Ross. We'll jump up to the nose, and we'll play it out. Actually, no, we'll go to the left front. There we go. Let's rewind that, and we'll go over to the right front. I picked the wrong side. No, I said right front. Come on, pay attention. There we go. Let's play it out again. Netcode again. Gotta love it. All right, so let's bring it back live. All right. So Austin Collins now leading in his number 98 Toyota TRD machine. And I don't believe I saw Austin Collins available to chat earlier. I'll double check again. Nope, I don't see Austin. Tyler Dohar looks like he, let's see if he stayed out or if he came in. Nope, he came in on lap 106. So Tyler Dohar is going to have 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Let's see. Collins also came on down pit road, but he's going to have some damage. Justin Escock right now sitting P number 3. Evan Knopp going to be P number 4. Evan's been pretty fast. Let's see if he's available. There he is down in TVA. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with him. Actually, no, we won't. Never mind. The lights atop the Pace truck are out, so we will not. We won't grab him. If we happen to have another caution, maybe we will. Third caution in the evening, and getting closer and closer to that checkered flag coming on out. Yeah, netcode absolutely ruined this race. It ruined right there, and of course caught up with Byron Jones as well. So very unfortunate. This race could have more than likely gone all green. Definitely had a very, very good chance of it. Pace truck's pulling off. Barney's going to have the field in view. Green flag's up. Green flag, let's go. All right, Justin, I thought for a second there he might have tried to make it 3 wide, like he got a great jump on the 98. He was going to try to jump in between him and Tyler Dohar, but Dohar and others up on that high side with all kinds of momentum. 36 going to deny him to get to that outside, and it looks like Anasak's going to fall back to P number 3. 36 of Emmett Knopp. He's going to try to throw it underneath him. Cold tires, usually that means looser trucks or looser cars, but not so much. Knopp able to pull that crossover and hold the 13 of Anasagak behind him. Looks like we got a spinner back there. Looks like it's going to be Josh Taylor, and he's going to get collected a little bit later on in the corner after coming to a complete stop. He did everything he's supposed to do. Just nowhere else for others to go. Very unfortunate for Josh Taylor. We saw the that happening in kind of the outer frame, and this should bring us to a green-white checker. Let's go back with Josh Taylor right now. Excuse me. All right, let's see exactly what happens here. $57 down low, underneath 36. Pacey comes across. 57 down. Is there contact going into 1? That's gonna be hard to call whether that was netcode or just the 57 getting loose. Okay, so Bowling says nope, netcode again. That one could have gone either way, depending on how it was seen. Let's see if I can rewind that one more time. I know there was no contact there. Let's stop this, and we will go with the rear. Other side. And we'll play it out. Nope. Netcode. See the damage on the left rear. Very, very, very unfortunate. Boy. Bowling says 12 bumped the 00 and netcode took out the 57. Yes, somebody needs to refuse Uncle Netcode's ticket from now on because that's just wrong. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Very unfortunate for Josh Taylor. The man has been great since making the move over to iRacing. And, when you've got helpers like Justin Amscock and Tyler Dohar and a few others, you're going to pick everything back up pretty quickly. And, he's been making some pretty great strides in everything that he's been running. So we're in a scenario of a green-white checker. So it'll be green flag, white flag, checkered flag. All right, let's see if we can bug Evan Knopf here right quick. Evan, it's Repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a copy in that 36 machine.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Evan, you got a pretty fast Toyota TRD, but now you got Justin Ansgok that's going to be restarting to your outside. He's led the most laps, definitely shown also to have a pretty fast Toyota. You were able to get by him before this yellow flag, which brought us to our second green-white checker attempt. Can you hold him behind you, sir?
Tell you what, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna give it all she's got. That last restart, I was able to get by him. It seemed like a lot of guys were anticipating that restart, going before the leader, and I think he got hit pretty hard from behind. But yeah, I got a lot of fast guys up here. I know Austin took 2, but he does have speed to hold on to it. I'm just gonna hopefully find where they aren't and get around them and maybe get a win here.
Well, man, definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. I was just going through the points. Noticed that you were inside the top 10 in points. Keep the shiny side up, and maybe we'll be talking to you for a podium, sir.
I appreciate it.
You got it. I'll get you back down to your teammates right now. Let's go. All right, so Evan Knopf back down with his team to get ready for this next green flag. As you can see, going through turns of 1 and 2, about to exit and hit the backstretch. I don't see anybody rocking back and forth. It looks like everybody's trying to conserve everything that they've got, so to make sure that the tire is there when they've got to, nail that loud pedal. So definitely wish all these guys a whole lot of luck. I'm sure it's going to be a little unnerving knowing just what kind of company the top 5 really in. Again, it's going to be Austin Collins, Tyler Doar, Evan Knopf, Justin Ansgok, and Mark Morton back there in that bright yellow number 12 Jegs machine. Pace truck again, going to make that hard left down Albuquerque Lane and get ready to roll. Let's go ahead and get back up with Barney one more time. I don't know if this is going to be the last time or what, but we're about to find out.
Green, green, green.
Green, white checker. Looks like 36 is going to be able to pounce on the 78 of Doar as well to possibly take P2. Looks like the 13 of Rowdy over Ansgok. He's going to go ahead and jump up on the high side, keep that 78 right there, and see if he can't maybe grab a little bit of a toe. Whoa, don't they know that netcode is here? That was close. 36 could have absolutely spun the 78 around. But right now, 36 able to hold serve right there in P3. White flag lap. Austin Collins in this number 98 after not qualifying. He is up 26 spots. He's got the full view, or he's got the full field in his rear view. Doesn't look like the 78's going to have anything going into turn number 3, and it looks like off of 4, it's going to be the 98's time to party. Cross the start stripe. Austin Collins wins at Nashville. As Bowling just said out there in the Twitch chat, front 98 last to first, what a race. I've got to agree. Definitely put this AMSOIL Toyota TRD machine through all of its paces tonight. Definitely going to need a little Toyota care when it's all said and done. All right, let's go ahead and, whoa, Pacey going to go ahead and flash across the hood. Let's go ahead and clear the boards for the driver. It's all yours. Light them up, sir. Is that going to be it for driver 98, or you got a little bit more? Or did he just, no, I don't think he just ran out of fuel. That would be, yeah, that'd be a bit much. All right, I'm going to guess that Austin Collins is done. Able to rip it up a little bit, going back down, and I'm sure he'll be partying with his spotter, which I know that he's got. And then we'll talk to him as well as Tyler Dohar and Evan Knopp in the booth in just a few moments. Don't nobody go nowhere. We will be right back. I absolutely promise you. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. We got our top three live in the booth. Up 13 spots. It seemed to be a theme tonight with these Toyota trucks. Evan Knopp, we were able to talk to you just before we went back green flag racing. Up 13 spots on the evening. There's only one other driver. We're going to be talking to him very, very soon. That's got more, green flag or pit road passes than you, and that's going to be Austin Collins. But man, one hell of a race. You said you were going to go for it. You were able to keep Justin Anastock behind you, and you're going to score. I believe this is your first podium. I could be wrong. I apologize if I am. But man, one hell of a race. What is it about this track that suits your driving style?
This, I wouldn't say this track necessarily suits my driving style, but there was 1 week, I'd say during the summer, where the official races on iRacing went to Nashville, and I was like, you know what, I like the race I saw on TV. I'm going to buy that track, and I'm going to do some practice and try to figure it out and get good. So I spent a lot of time doing plenty of races there and got more and more comfortable. But as far as that green-white checkered at the end, I couldn't quite get clear of Dohar. I know Austin got a nice jump there, but I couldn't quite get clear of Dohar, and I didn't want to overdrive it and wash up into him and wreck us. So I wasn't as aggressive as I maybe could have been, but definitely Austin had the right strategy call and deserved the win, I think. So it's an overall good race.
Yeah, absolutely great race. A whole lot of great green flag racing for the most part, until a little bit of a rash cautions at the very end. But believe it or not, 2 of the 3 cautions that we had tonight, or 3 of the 4 cautions we had tonight, whichever it was, were netcode. Very unfortunate netcode, where the double deuce got taken out, and then a couple others. But one hell of a race. I was actually very, very worried when you came up behind the 78 of Dohar. And if there was a sheet of papers width between you and his back bumper and how I've seen Netcode, kind of wreck a couple people's day today. I really thought that was going to be it again, but you were able to slide on up right behind, or he was able to slide on down to take the run from you. And here you are, P3. One hell of a finish, sir.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing about Nashville is it's kind of hard to pass, especially like if you're a little bit faster than the guy in front of you, you're going to have to really work to get around him if he's hitting his marks good enough. And so there's a lot of pinching, there's a lot of close racing. So I could understand why netcode happened more so in this race than others. But and also as far as Dohar goes, we always race each other good, race each other clean. So the more times you race each other, more comfortable we're going to be, and it's going to be, that close racing without wrecking. So I appreciate that. I saw a lot of that. Like you said, I qualified, started in the back. I hit the wall on the second lap of qualifying. So I started in the Hornet's nest and felt like I was there majority of the race. So I had a lot of close racing like that.
Well, man,
It's fun though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely fun. Way to work your way all through the way, I can't talk tonight. Way to work your way through the entire field. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to shout out, Evan?
Well, shout out you and Papa Bear for making a good league, a fun league to be a part of. Yeah, I was hanging out in Discord with Honcho, Justin, and Andrew. We were trying to come up with a brainstorm. I think Honcho was able to get a top 10 out of that. I think Andrew and Justin got caught up in some shenanigans, but overall, that was a good race.
I can't disagree with you. Congratulations on your podium finish. All right,
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. We're gonna move on up. Tyler Dohar, you started P2, finishing P2. Also got a little bit of a chance to talk to you as well. Your qualifying effort matches your finish. One hell of a race. You were able to lead some. The 13th able to lead a bunch. It seems like through green flag stops, quite a few were able to grab a point for leading at least a lap. But here you are, sir, yet again in the top three. Another podium finish for you. It seems like you're getting more and more comfortable as all these races go on, irregardless of the vehicle that you're driving, whether it's a next gen car in Shake and Bake, or here in the trucks, Xfinity or whatever it is. What is it about iRacing that has really helped your driving style since you've made the switch from console?
Really, Pete, it's been really, I attribute it to the help and success that I've gotten from Elite Performance Industries. Joining a setup shop within the first couple of months of being on the service was kind of a ballsy move, if you put it that way, to be blunt.
Mm-hmm.
You're really supposed to start at the basics and start with fixed stuff. And just kind of took that leap of faith, especially with knowing Michael Connie from, the Coke series, and just making that leap and being able to really hone in and drive the next gen cars and really figure out what they're capable of. Driving them on open setups has really actually helped me in the fixed atmosphere a lot better. But trucks are still one that I'm learning and still trying to get better at. We had so much success last season, even winning the championship, but the competition level is just up to 7 notches higher than it was last season. So we really haven't had much success in the way of podiums this year, but I'm glad we were able to kind of put together a holistic race today, and just didn't have the short run speed. Truth be told, it usually took me about 4 or 5 laps just to gain the confidence and the heat in the tires to be able to drive it into turn 1 like everybody else. Like I would just watch Evan on some of those earlier restarts when we were racing. I'm like, man, how is he like driving it in like 4 or 5 truck lanes deeper than me? Like I would beat him off and from center off, but I could not get the speed and the actual raw speed in turns 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I had pretty figured out. But I needed that. I didn't need that last yellow. I needed all 5 or 6 of those laps we were going to have to work Austin over to make the tire difference even worth it for where I was. I thought Justin was going to have a better crack at it, but he ended up getting some damage on that restart because he was getting hit into Austin, and I thought we had a good chance to get Austin if he had some more rear damage. But just couldn't put it together on that final restart. Evan was able to get the jump on me, get to my inside, and I had to really just fend off for my life and kind of spend that first lap of the green-white checker just kind of defending and tried to run Austin down, but I needed about another set of corners to even try to get to his inside and try to, plant some dirty air on him. But overall, I mean, a great race for us. We gained some minimal points on Justin and really separated ourselves from everybody else for P2 in the standings. So at least from a points perspective, we're looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the points here. Look about 30 points behind Justin. I think we've got 7 races left on the season. Can you get on up there and battle with Justin, or could this come down to a very, very close points battle when we get to Rockingham?
Well, I'm hoping so. The back half of the schedule kind of favors us a little bit. I mean, we're about halfway. We're actually a little bit over halfway through the season. Canadian Tire is going to be kind of the monkey wrench, and then we got Twin Ring right after that. But I forgot about Knoxville, so maybe I take back my the back half of the schedule fits us. But WWT, Pocono, and Rockingham definitely are 3 of my stronger tracks in any vehicle on the sim. So I'm glad those are the final 3, but we got to try to get within at least 15 points to even be in striking distance to be talking about contending for a championship, because at this point we're kind of just battling for P2, with Josh, John Ross, and a couple other guys. So right now we're not looking too hot on the back-to-back championship scale, but, if we could put together some solid runs at Canadian Tire and Twin Ring, maybe we can just cruise by on Knoxville until we get to the final 3.
Well, Yotes King out there in chat saying, good race, Dohar. Had good speed all night. Great racing, you and Justin. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there, Tyler?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Filter Time Esports teammates that I have. They're awesome. We all had a great race. I think at one point we were all running in the top 5 at separate times. Mark Morton, Josh Taylor. Josh had, that unfortunate wreck at the end there that kind of cost him definitely a top 5, top 10 run. Mark got a top 5, which is awesome to see. He really hit his confidence in his stride today. And then Justin ran well. I mean, probably the second fastest car all night next to Byron on the short run, and then I think we had a little bit better than Justin on the long run. But a fabulous race from us. Shout out to the field. Everybody raced really clean. Lap traffic did a great job. Shout out to Papa Bear and you guys for putting this on for us, and Matt Boone up in race control. And then shout out to Filter Time, Blake Cook, and those guys for always supporting me ever since my Pro League days. And then, of course, to Tyler Payne and Michael Conti of Elite Performance Industries for giving me a setup shop home and letting me be a house driver for those guys. We've had some great success at Daytona this week. Lost some iRating, but got some good wins with the A set. So been feeling really nice and getting the practice in for Shake and Bake starting up a week after next.
Lost some iRating at Daytona. What are you talking? That doesn't happen. Good job, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, it does.
All right,
Thanks,
Austin. Pete. You absolutely got it, sir. Austin Collins, from worst to first, but that is one hell of a story, and I think you may actually be the first, if I'm not mistaken, in Turn Down for What history to do it. Up 26 spots to bring that Toyota machine up to the W. Austin, those green-white checkers that came up very, very late in the race. Well, obviously, where else would they come up? But man, did you think that the 13, the 78, the 36 were going to be able to come on up there and take this from you after one hell of a march through the field through a couple of different avenues? Hell of a job, sir.
Yeah, I know it would have been close. I know. First off, you got me right. You hear me good? Like, the mic's working.
Loud and clear, sir. Actually, just had to.
All right, good. I was having mic troubles before the race. So.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I was. I don't know. It was. I felt good. Obviously, I was pretty fast in practice. It felt like I always like Nashville here. Obviously, I started in the back. Qualifying's always been against my religion. We started in the back, worked our way up front. I think we got up to like about 10th after that first pit stop, and everything had cycled out. We were about 10th or so. And once we did get that the next caution, I ended up, biting myself, and I think I would have came out like P5 or 6 there, but I sped on pit road, so I go to the very back, and whenever I was back there, they crashed in front of me, and we're having to brake by so low, I ended up jumping on the brakes, and I straight up just hit the outside wall at about 100, 150. So that gave me about 30 seconds to damage. So I came in and got that fixed, and then there at the end we had a little bit of a green run before we got those cautions. worked my way back up a little bit, and I've always known 2 tires is really good here at Nashville for about 10 laps or so. Sometimes I know back in the day it used to be actually faster at one point because it would help loosen the car up a little bit. You could actually turn a bit better. And I was really surprised nobody else tried it. So whenever I did take the 2, I wasn't planning on I was planning on winning at that point, but I didn't think I'd be P1 on those restarts, and they got hectic there. I know that second to last one, the 13, he was getting hit from behind, and I was getting hit from him, and they had us all jacked up, and we about all died right there. But I said, when I felt if I got the good enough jump, the 2 tires would hold on good enough. I felt confident in my speed to hold on to it.
Definitely one hell of a race. I mean, you even had race control out here in Twitch, in chat, saying, from last to first, what a race. And I got to agree. Kind of makes me second thinking participating in the All-American Racing Partnership Series that we raced together on Wednesday nights. You're one. That's one hell of a feat. Not many people have I ever seen do that. Congratulations on this W. So definitely going to help you out with the points since you joined a little bit later. But man, any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there? But before that, what do you think about road course racing next week?
We'll find out when we get there. Right's throwing my brain for a loop there. I usually stick to the left-handers. Start turning right, my brain they don't comprehend all that. But I just gotta thank you all for putting on the league. I thank you for doing the broadcast. Everybody that shows up, and I know I've been running with the Weaver Motorsports guys, but I know they weren't here tonight. I know Chris was down in Daytona. I'm not sure where Davey was at, but I shout out to them for letting me sit in their Discord with them and hang out with them during race time. So that's about it.
Well, I'm not sure if you saw the Discord earlier this week, but Mike Allen, Ramset, he puts together custom guitar-shaped bottle openers, and for your win tonight here at Nashville, usually it's a brand new Les Paul that you're given in Victory Lane. So Mike Allen's going to put together a nice little custom-made bottle opener in the shape of a guitar. Just make sure you reach out to him in Discord. He'll get your details of what you want on it engraved, and he'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Again, Austin, congratulations, and man, one hell of a race tonight, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely welcome. All right, well, guys and girls, that is going to be it for the Turn Down for What iRacing Truck Series tonight from Nashville. One hell of a race, a lot of green flag racing, a lot of single file racing, few battles side by side here and there. So because moving your way through the field is so hard, it makes Austin's move through the field of 26 spots even that much more impressive. So, 26 spots at a place like Daytona or Talladega or, some of these other places, okay, yeah, sure. But at a place like Nashville, definitely a lot harder to do. So that's why it's a little bit more of a bigger deal. But we will catch y'all again very, very soon. Again, this Wednesday night, I will be live with the All-American Racing Partnership League, or you could just call it the ARP League for us old guys. And, of course, on Thursday with the IROC truckers as well, still racing for that $5,000 purse. And then the following Monday, Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series kicks off from Daytona and their duels. So if you don't already follow, please go on over, smash that like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, iRock TV through your favorite Roku device, everywhere. And we will see y'all again somewhere around the track. I absolutely promise you. In the meantime, let's see if we can't share the love maybe a little bit. How about old Casey Kerwin? He's out there on iRacing. Let's share the love and make sure you give the guy a follow. He's not your Coca-Cola Series champion for no reason. Let's go.